Hi, good evening. Well, I'm not working on a Halloween head. Just so you know, if you're interested in Halloween, I'm not doing a Halloween. I'm finishing up on a summer head. So if you'd like to stick around. Denise, happy birthday to Denise. You know what? I looked at my calendar, and when I said happy birthday to you in group, it was yesterday, and I realized, oh my God, today is Denise's real birthday. I'm so sorry. I hope you had a good day. Lots of fun. Hi, Jamie. So again, I'm not doing a Halloween head. I'm working on finishing up this summer head. And so all I really have to do is some lips, some blush. Got to do this whole eye to make it look like that eye. And she's going to be wearing this wig. I'm going to pull it to the side and maybe put a little flower on it. We'll see. I don't know. So I just thought I'd go live since I'm working on it. You're welcome, Denise. Alright, so I'm just going to get started on this. So I'm not sitting here too long because I've been having some trouble with my leg. So for anybody interested, this color, skin tone, is this the one? I believe this is the one I used. Yes. This is Folk Art Honeycomb. It's a really pretty color. That's what I use for the base paint. And to do the outline of the eyeballs, I usually use black, but I didn't want to be too strong with the black, so I went with a dark chocolate. You know, it's not quite as dark. Hi, Denise. Thanks for joining. I'm just working on this summer head, get her finished up, and she'll be available for anybody interested. I want to slip in a few of these because I know that a lot of people aren't interested in just Halloween heads, because I am doing a little more than usual Halloween because I'm getting ready for my Halloween auction that is coming up August 28th. So if you're interested, click on the events here on my page and you can click interested or going, and it'll remind you if you're interested in purchasing a Halloween painted head. They're perfect decor for Halloween. I have some customers that actually will put them on bodies. They make the bodies, or they use mannequin bodies, you know, and put them on there. Pretty cool. So, alright, I'm just gonna do this eyeball. I don't know if it's even. I'm gonna use my Sketch and Wash pencil. That's all I ever use. I could already tell that this eyeball is not even. But I usually do tutorials for the eyes, but I'll kind of go through this one a little bit slower. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Let me let my husband know I'm on a live. Hey, sorry I can't get you right now. I'm on a live. Okay?
How long is that gonna be?
Not very long. I'll call you as soon as I'm done. Okay. Okay, bye. I probably should have called him first, but I didn't think he would be ready so soon. Okay, so let me just kind of bring this down a little more. I kind of don't think it's even. Anyway, so you get to see me do one eye. You can always follow along if you're having trouble doing eyeballs. I mean, mine are not perfect at all, but looks okay. Okay, let me just make sure that I'm getting Sometimes on my computer the comments all don't show up, so I'm just going to make sure. Let's see. Okay, we're good. We're good on the comments. I see them on my computer. Alright, so one of my favorite colors to use for brown eyes is cocoa bean. It's DecoArt Americana. It's a satin acrylic, and I love to use it for brown eyes, so I'll put one coat just as like the base. Get that one coat going, and I don't really worry about going out of the lines because I'll fix all that later. So while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and add white to the eyes. I usually use white or even vanilla. Vanilla's nice because nobody's eyes are perfectly white. But I'm going to use white just so it stands out a little more. I end up shadowing it in anyway. So it looks a little messy, but again, it's just the first coat, just to have a base coat here. Just go all around it. And if you totally go in the lines, you can just fix it later. Okay, looks kind of creepy right now, but that's how we start. It's always a good idea to look, because it's easy to do the eyes and then not really pay attention. You know, look at your distance between the outline of the iris to each corner, you know, and try to get it as close as possible. Because there's nothing worse than getting the eyes done and then you're like, whoa, that one is like way further away than that one, you know. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it close. I love the brown outline instead of using. Yeah, you know, the brown outline, it's a softer. I agree, Denise. It has a softer look. It's not so heavy. Now, I did, on this one, I had the brown, you know, outline. I did have to take a very fine liner and just kind of go underneath the bottom, because when I put the bottom lash on, it just kind of like faded into the eye with the orange underneath. It just didn't have no definition under the eye. So I did do a very light, and it's really, you know, hard to see compared to my other heads, you know. But anyway, and down here I just took some little flowers, like on my other summer head I just took some flowers and popped them in here. This one I did not go all the way around. I just went to the sides because she's going to be wearing a wig, so it's not even going to be seen back there. Okay, so I'm going to go one more time with a cocoa bean. So when you're working on these eyes, you're going to want to have black opened, white opened, dark chocolate, and you also want it red. I always use Tuscan red. So did you do anything totally amazing today for your birthday, Denise? What are you guys doing back there? Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of white just to get it started. Oh, I forgot to put the pupil. That would probably be a good idea. Let me get a pupil in here. Just look at the head and center it. You don't have to make it perfect. Now, since I got my black, I'm not going to use that. Use my liner. I'm going to take just a little bit of black, not a lot, just a little. You can use blending gel. Blending gel works good if you have trouble with it drying so fast, because it dries fast. And I'm just going to pull some of that black in that I just did, which I didn't get enough. Pull it inside. You can do half the eye at a time because it dries so fast, unless you're using blending gel. I did absolutely nothing left out lazy day. Hey, lazy day is a nice day sometimes, isn't it? Just get to relax. Yesterday, I tell you, it was crazy. I didn't plan on doing this, but I turned on, it's called Paramount, and they had a show on there, and it's a limited series that was 10 episodes long. Interrogation, the true story of Eric Fisher, who was convicted of murdering his mother, and possibly done by somebody else. Anyway, my husband and I sat there and watched all 10 episodes yesterday, and they're like 45, 47 minutes each. That is not something that I normally do, but I was so into it. So today I'm like, I can't watch TV. I have to be productive, do laundry, house stuff. I was super lazy. Pull out some of this pupil. Just pull it out. If you pull out too much, don't worry. Just go back to your cocoa bean and put it in there. Always remember, you can fix any mistake. Just grab a little bit of white. Just kind of put a few dots around there. Usually I use a liner and then a round brush. Like this. And I'll just go in kind of back and forth with those. You got to be careful with the black though, because you get too much black, then it's going to start turning it grayish, and you don't want that. So if it does that, go back to your cocoa bean. And you just kind of go back and forth until you get it the way you like it to match the other eyeball. Now again, I wanted these a little more softer, so I'm going to take some of this dark chocolate, just kind of go over my black outline. Let me get some more, another coat of white. Eyes. You can use your liner to get into the corners, but I wouldn't use your liner to fill it all in totally, because you'll have a lot of ridges. Okay, so now I'm gonna shadow the eyeball. Also look and see, okay, wait, is that eyeball bigger? Which it already does look bigger, so I'm gonna bring it down more. This looks too big. The eyelash is going to cover some of that, so not too worried. I'm going to go back over this outline in black. Then I'm going to grab some white and just go right up next to it. Wipe off the excess on your brush and then just gently pull some of that black out. If you get too much, don't worry, it happens to me all the time. Just keep adding white till you can blend it in. You want the eyeball to look like it's, you know, a real eyeball. So having that shadow into the white makes it look more realistic, nicer. I'm just kind of blending. This one is blended a lot compared to this side. I didn't realize how much I blended. And then we're going to take just a dab, an itty bitty dab of red. Put it right there in that corner. Hi, Juanita. Thanks for popping in. Then come back to your white and dab right over it. Just to give, you know, a little pinkish look there. You can bring it down the eye line. If you can see what I'm doing. Maybe if I get closer. Sometimes if I'm too close, it gets blurry. So we don't want a lot. Just a little bit of color, more realistic look. And then get rid of that red. Right here. Okay. Just kind of try to get this shadowing to just kind of blend in here with the red. I know it's probably hard to see on the computer, on the screen, but so we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Start with some black, go around the iris. Not a lot, but enough to where it's not going to dry on you. Then I get some white right up against the outline. Remove the excess from your brush. I just wipe it on a paper towel. And then just kind of bring your shadow, pull it out. That looks extra dark, so I'm going to wipe off the excess. Just add a little more white. If you have trouble adding the shadow, don't even worry. It'll still look nice without it. Grab a little bit of red. Grab some more white. And again, you could pull it right here to have like your eye line. Just look back and forth so that it's close to looking like the other side. Okay, and then I'm going to go over the outline with the chocolate. Just kind of blend it in. Blend it in too much. And then fix my line around the eye, underneath the eye. Like I mentioned before, I had to use my fine liner. Where'd it go? And just a touch of black, just a touch, because when I'm doing the lashes, it just didn't look good. It needed to be a little bit darker here on the bottom. Just a little. Okay. Then I always tell my ladies in group, if the eyeball, this eye looks bigger. I need to go down a little more. Hold on, let me do this first. sometimes you can't tell the eye's not even until you paint it. Okay, so picture this whole eyeball as a clock. So between 10 and 11, and right where the pupil meets the iris, you could put a dot, or you can do like a little up and down zigzag. And then between 4 and 5 o'clock, you want to just do a little blotch there. And there's your highlight for the eye. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Terry. How are you doing? It seems like I haven't talked to you ladies forever. Okay, so let's give that a chance to dry. And let me just scoot all this over. No. Oh, no. Let me just cover these. I'm good at spilling. I was going to push them aside, but no. Just going to do a really simple eyeshadow with the paint. And I'm going to use makeup eyeshadow underneath. But on top, I decided to go with paint because it's brighter. So you'll want to have... I'm going to use yellow and orange. The ones I'm using are Spiced Pumpkin by DecoArt and Folk Art School Bus Yellow. Okay, I'm going to put a squirt of yellow on my paper, a squirt of orange. Yes, I would super appreciate it if you guys would share. That would help the algorithm, since I don't have a lot of algorithm because I don't go live daily. So I'm using a 1/2 inch angled brush. I just dab it in some water and then get rid of the excess, just so my bristles are a little bit damp. And this is also, when I do this, this is also when I see if I'm really off on the distance between the eyebrow and the eye line. And this one I think I am, so I'm hoping it'll just look okay. We'll see. So what I do is I take the pointy angle on the color that I want closest to the eyeball. I stick it right there, one side. The other side is going to be the yellow. And I'm going to load up my brush. Remy, go lay down. If you hear that panting, my dog's right here panting away. Just go back and forth till I get a nice amount on all my bristles of my brush. I'm going to do it now that you saw what I'm doing. I'm going to do it this way because it's easier for me. Now, it does clump up on each side, so I do kind of just go deek, deek. Okay. All right. When I'm working on this side of the head, I just turn it upside down. It's easier for me. And I just start right there. And I'm going to first start going right by the eye line. Come on this side. Right by the eye line. Come back. Get some more paint on here. Then I'm going to come up and follow right underneath the eyebrow. I got to check out the distance. Okay, it's not too much. What am I doing this way? Let's kind of blend it in back and forth. When you have a big distance between the eyebrows and the eye line, it's kind of a pain in the butt, honestly. I'm not worried here. I could fix that with my base paint. If I go too much into it, it's not even with that side. And I just go back and forth until the color is like the other side. I definitely want more orange here on the bottom and more yellow on the top. Hi Debbie. I see hi Jess, but I don't see Jess here. So hi Jess, if you're here, hope everything's going well. I'm just working on a summer head, no Halloween head today. I do have a lot more Halloween heads I'm going to be doing for the auction. So make sure you go to the events and click interested or going if you'd like to be reminded about that auction coming up. It's my 3rd annual Halloween extravaganza auction. Pretty excited about it. I really love doing it. It's fun. We dress up so it makes it more entertaining. Have giveaways. Going to be giving away some Halloween heads. As we get closer to the date, I'll start posting what Halloween heads will be given away. And then I'll probably have a really groovy one to give away. Like I think if I reached 100 shares, I gave away a It head. I think that's what I did last time. So I'm going to have something cool like that too. Then we'll have, you know, games for giveaways. Okay, I gotta let that dry because I want to put little flowers. Okay, so like I mentioned, I used honeycomb as the base. So I'm just gonna kind of fix this a little bit. I could see where I didn't do this even. So this head, when I'm done, will be available for sale. So if you're interested, just message me after I'm done if you like her. If you're watching the replay, you could go to my shop. If she's still available, you'll see her there. Okay, let that dry for a second. Where's my water? I don't want that one with this one. Thank you. All right. I feel a little high on that eyeball, but we'll see once I get that lash. Let's get an idea really quick. Let's get an idea. I'm using some really thick ones for her. Make her eyes stand out a little more. Alright, I think I could work with that. I'm just waiting for it to dry a little bit because I want to do a couple of those daisies. So while that's drying, let's go ahead and go to her lips. She has a slight dent. You can't really see it, but I can see it. Or maybe you can, right there. So I might, it might look stupid, but I might even just put like a little bee right there. Because I didn't fix that. So I'm going to look at the tip of the nose. I'm going to come down and I'm going to draw a line right where the center is of her lips, just so I have a guide. And I'm going to draw almost like a bird flying for her arches. And we'll give her kind of, you know, not puckered but not wide. We'll go kind of this way. Kind of small. Like that. Let's see. So that's going to be the bottom of her top lip, and we're just going to do a little curve so they look small but full. This is the part that always gets me, making sure it's even this way, because there's a slight slant to the head, so when you're doing the lips, sometimes your lips will kind of be, you know, it's going with a slant, but it looks very exaggerated. So I try to straighten it out a little more, and you really can't tell that her head's slanted as much. And just kind of curve. Okay, just little small, semi-puckered, I guess you would say. Just go back in right here. Trying to fix this. This one is not as rounded. Okay. A little bit more yellow in here. All right. So I'm going to take an orange dot right there where it's lacking color. These don't have to be even like the other, you know, just as long as there's some flowers here, I think it'll look fine. I hope. I probably should have left it and just kept the flowers on that side because of the distance is not the same, but we'll see. I think I put him a little too close. I just put those little dots there. Where did my brush go that I used? This one, I think. Okay, this is a size 2 round. And I'm going to take some white. Whoops. Hi, Evelyn. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, Jamie. Okay, so I'm taking a number 2 round and getting some white, and I'm just gonna push gently, pull back. That's it, just really tiny, all the way around that little dot. Super simple flowers, and it looks really, really cute. It's a simple way. See, I put that dot too close. I made a mistake there. Actually, let me see if I can fix that right now. Same with that one. Wasn't even thinking. Let me scoot him over a little bit. We'll put it right there. And then let me move the yellow down to about right there. Okay. So back to this. Anyway, simple way to make a really cute, easy flower and it'll look pretty. You can do it on the side of the head too. That'll look pretty. And you could go over it twice if you want to make it look more white. You're welcome, Anise. Thank you. Whoa. And then this one. If I didn't have these flowers around her head, her neck, I probably would do some of these around her eye too, because I think it would look pretty. But she's gonna have a wig with a flower on there and a bee, so I don't want to overdo it. There, see, super simple, and look how cute it looks. Now I am going to seal my eyeball because I'm going to put eyeshadow underneath, and I don't want to get the eyeshadow on the eyeball. And I'm just going to see if I can find a brush. 1 second, sorry. Okay. Wow, that was stupid. Messed up. Alright, you don't want to put that much. If you put too much, it's going to drip. If it drips, you cannot use eyeshadow wherever it drips. You just can't. Just give it a nice little wipe so it doesn't drip. Alright, next, while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and do her lips. I'm use orange, and it's probably going to take a couple of coats because this orange doesn't cover very easily. Hi Virginia, thank you for popping in. Okay, so this will be coat number 1. Now, this is something I should have did. Let me just tell you something. When I'm using a darker skin tone, this is what I recommend. I should have did this first. If you want your color to stand out and be really bright, you need to put a white base on it first. That's what I should have done. Otherwise, the color will take a lot longer, and you're not going to get the really bright orange from it, like I want. So just put a, don't even have to get it all perfect. You just want white here, and it'll cover that pencil. And because I'm using a sketch and wash, any pencil left over after I'm done, I'm just going to wet my paper towel and it'll wipe right off, no problem. So those are some of my tips that I do for all my heads. I don't feel like it's even like I want it to be. Okay, we'll let that dry. Go over that with some orange and it'll stand out a lot better. So let's see, while all this is drying, let's go in with, I don't usually like to do blush until the end because my fingers get in it, but I do. I'm using a Who will she be? You know what? I don't have a name for her yet. If anyone would love to give me some recommendations, I love naming all my heads. I try to name them all. If you ever see me post and I just put painted styrofoam head or something, that's because I just could not come up with a name. So if you guys can think of a name for her, definitely put it in the comments, and whichever one looks like it fits her the best, I will use. I don't know if you want to wait till she's done or if you want to start now. Go for it. Alright, so I'm going to start. I'm using my high pigmented Over the Rainbow palette. It's an extremely budget friendly palette, and it works great for my heads, and I get it on Amazon. Definitely worth it. So I'm just taking some of that orange and I don't want too much because I do have a little, it's not like pitting, but some that just didn't, smooth as well as I like. When you're using shadow, it will show up in the areas that are not as smooth as you want. It'll kind of go inside and take away from the look. So I'm just going to do a little bit right here because up here I don't want it. And I'm using this one. Hi, Ann. I don't remember if I said hi to you yet. I'm sorry. Hey, Fran. Hey, Sharon. Sunflower, Sunny, Daisy. Ooh, those are all good. Daisy's a good one because she's got some daisies on her. Sunny, and she's a sunflower. She's a summer head. Sunflower. I love sunflowers. As soon as I get her eyelash, her lips, and her wig on her and set, we'll go back through and pick a name. We will pick one of the names that you guys chose. There, it's just she has a little bit of color on her cheeks. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit. This isn't even going to show up here because her wig is pretty crazy. So, now I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush that's a little bit short, full, kind of firm, and I'm going to use this. It's like a glittery orange, and I'm going to put it right underneath her eyeline. Now, if the triple thick would have dripped onto this area, it wouldn't be covering it all. Okay, just a little bit of color. Okay. Now let's go ahead and do a coat of her orange on the lips. Let's see if I can get them here. See how much better that goes on compared to when I just tried it a bit ago without the white base? Big difference. Sunshine, that's a pretty name too. Sunshine. Summer. Got a lot of votes for summer. Are you using eyeshadow on her cheeks? Yes, it is eyeshadow. Blossom. Oh, I like that. Blossom. Delilah. Oh, this is going to be hard. How much will she cost? She will, let me see. She will be $45 plus shipping. Shipping is, I only ship priority mail because I don't like the heads in boxes very long. And it usually averages, it depends on where you live, but it averages between $8 and $12.50. Just depends on where you live. Daisy. Yes, it shows up better than blush if you have the right color. Yes, I prefer eyeshadow for blush. However, I don't, I haven't really tried a lot of different blushes, but I'm really happy with the eyeshadow. So I recommend just using the eyeshadow. So this is coat number 1 of the orange. Now, if I did not have that white base on there, I would have to do quite a few coats. Quite a few. I'm going to get her eyelash going because it takes forever to dry. Because I want to get the wig on, and so we'll do her eyelash while we're waiting for her lip to dry, and then I'll do another coat. I use tacky glue. It's better if you have something that dries a lot fast. You can use quick dry tacky glue. I haven't found a clear gel one, so that's why I'm using my regular clear gel. Celine, that's pretty. Beautiful. Thank you, Danielle. I've had some people say, oh, try crazy glue and stuff. That may work. If you've used it, let me know. I don't know. I'm worried maybe it could eat up the paint or the styrofoam. You got to be careful what you put on here. But if crazy glue works, where I've just always, for 3 years now, I've been using, let me back up. When I first started, I used eyelash glue, and it actually works really good. However, that's when I discovered if it's in the box too long and shipment, and it's going to, like, let's say Florida, where it's super humid and hot, and it sits at the post office and it's not priority, that eyelash could eventually move. So that's when I did no more just regular mail. It's strictly priority, and switched to tacky glue, because basically the lashes don't come off. If you pull one of these lashes off, you're more than likely going to take the paint off with it when I use a tacky glue. So I'm happy with the way it holds. Golden Girl, that's a good one too. Okay, so I'm using this nice voluminous eyelash, and I just kind of curve it a little bit to make sure it goes around the eye good. If you put too much, the eyelash, I tell you, you gotta watch it good, because it will start slipping. And even if it's not too much glue, it could slip on you. So trust me when I tell you, please keep your eye on it until it has a good attachment. Always add a little bit on the eye line so that it attaches better to the lash, because I've gone through where have a nice head, I think the eyelash is dry, and I come back and it's moved and it's dried in the eye. I take it off, paint comes off. So make sure that if you're going to do the lashes, you could keep your eye on it for a while. Okay, let me make sure that it's gonna be so pretty. Those lashes really stand out. I should have did black eyebrows. No, I shouldn't have. That would have been too much. I was trying to go light. Never mind what I'm saying. I think it's because these eyelashes are so dark, it's making the eyebrows look too light. But, oh well, once she gets her wig on, it's going to come together, because her wig is a mixture of colors. Alright, so for the bottom lashes, I'm going to use, normally I'll use really the ones that are made for bottom. Unless I want to have a nice volume look, then I'll use upper. These are just thinner, but they're made for the upper. And I have to cut them because they're a little bit too big. Always take off of the end, the outside part. That's what I do. And I didn't do that. Just cut the wrong side. Let me trim this to look like an inner. Okay. Let me just double check. I hope I didn't cut too much. No, we're good. Thank you, Tina. All right, so I'm just going to take a little bit, not too much, just a little, and go right along this bottom. And a little bit on here. You don't have to worry about the bottom lashes as much as you have to worry about the top ones. If you have a paintbrush that has an angle like this, that helps when it comes to putting these on. Just let it attach. Always look too to make sure you're attached, because sometimes you won't be attached in the center, just on each side. So I can see already shadowed much more over here than this eye, but I think I'm going to add just a little black around here so it's not so shadowed, so it matches this eye better. Okay, so got to keep my eye on that, and while that's drying, I'm going to do another coat on her lips. Thank you, Juanita. I can't wait to get her wig on. I think a lot of times doing these heads, I mean, they look nice and stuff, but once you put the wig on, or you do the florals and you get it decorated, it really brings it to life so much more. That's why I always tell everybody, oh, please send me pictures of whatever you do with it, if you're going to decorate it. If it's a head that's not, decorated already, I love to see what people do with them. Just really brings out the look. So I was going to do a gradient on her lips, but I'm not. I'm just going to kind of leave it like this. So when this is fully dry, her lips, then I'm going to go around and I'm just going to take a damp paper towel and wipe inward, and that'll get rid of all my pencil marks that are still showing. Okay, so we have so far. It's best to not do this until you got a good grip, otherwise it'll start slipping. But I'm going to have to do that when I do the wig, but I'll just keep my eye on her. Okay, so let me just kind of move everything out of the way. I don't spill. And I'll zoom out a little bit so you could see her while I work on her wig, because I want to add a little bee and there are bangs on the wig, so I'm going to have to put a little flower or a bee where the scalp, you could see the little material. You'll see what I mean when I get it on. And this, a big thank you to my friend Candy. Candy sent me a bunch of wigs that she had that she wasn't going to use, and I've been having so much fun with them. Hi Connie, it's been forever. I was just saying, it seems like I haven't talked to you ladies in so long. I've had a lot going on, but I'm still trying to work on my auction coming up, so I'll be doing some Halloween heads live. Not all of them, but I'll do some of them. So yeah, Candy sent me this wig. It's a pretty wig. The bangs though really get in the way, so I'm gonna have to pin one side. Alright, so let me just get it on her head. Oh, I hope it don't knock her. It's gonna knock her eyelash. Hold on. Let me just take a second to move this, because I want her eyes to show. Okay, you see how that And the eyelash is wanting to drop. Oh, I don't know what I did with it. Okay. I'm going to get the wig attached with pins and stuff before I start clipping that side upward. So just give me 1 second. I have to admit, when it comes to doing the wig, putting it on, sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain because the styrofoam just makes it slide everywhere. Normally I would wait for the eyelash to fully dry before I even attempt to do a wig, but I want you all to see how it looks. Slide it over. Oh, and she would. Candy would be a good name for her too. All right. I want to make sure that it's in the right area. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to take some stick pins to hold it in place. So then I'll be able to work with it. Otherwise, it's going to slip and slide everywhere. That. And I highly recommend if you're making heads, you know, wigs can be quite expensive. Amazon have some really good prices. I get some on my Amazon, but Candy gave me a lot of wigs, and she got hers on Wish, and I tell you, the quality, for coming from Wish, the quality is really good. I mean, they're really nice. And if you're not familiar with Wish, Wish is a very, you get stuff very low priced. All of my eyelashes come from Wish. Sometimes you have to wait quite a while to get them, but it's well worth it. When I first started doing heads, I was buying my eyelashes at CVS, and it was like, dang, just one pair could cost you anywhere between, you know, $4 and $10. And that is, you know, when you're doing a lot of heads like this, it's not worth it. And you get the same style and quality, nice ones, just like you would from Wish. Isn't it? I thought because I was going through the wigs that Candy had sent, and I'm like, wow, this one, it's summery, it has that bleachy blonde kind of look, and it'll bring out the colors. Just kind of put a few back here so it doesn't slip and slide. Sometimes you have to fold, you know, because of course these heads are smaller than real heads, so you just kind of overlap it and then pin it, and it's fine. Her eyelash is probably going to be slipped when I turn it around. Okay, I think that's good enough to where it won't fall. Alright, her lash is hanging in there. Okay, so let me zoom out a little bit so that you can see what we're going to do here. I'm going to put her on this. I should use my easy bow because the wig is making her a little heavy. Alright, let's... Ding, ding, ding. Now you can see more of my messy table. Okay. Summer Candy would be a great name. Oh, yeah, that's a nice one. Summer Candy. Summer Candy. Okay, hopefully I'm not too much in here. Okay. I don't want too much in the screen because it seems like if I have too much in the background, it starts trying to focus and it just really messes it up. Okay, so what I was thinking, I wanted to give her a side. These curls are beautiful, and you can't really enjoy it when it's like this because it's all in the back, right? So I know I'm going to have to adjust these with pins because the wig is a little bumpy there, but I'm going to try to give her a side ponytail. So let me just grab some of this. So if everybody can kind of look at the names that everybody was wanting to name her, and then kind of vote and tell me what you think, and the majority of the name everybody likes, then that will be her name, and I will post her with that name. I wish I had somebody here to hold her for me so I could do this. Gosh, such pretty hair. Okay, that's better. So, you know, the messy look is in. So, a messy pony. I'm just going to use a regular... Yikes, I'm worried. Let me lay her down for this. How about Simply Blessing Girl? Oh, that's pretty. Daisy. Daisy's a good one. She looks like a Charlie's Angels. Oh, I know, huh? Charlie's Angel. It's that hair. I tell you, the wigs really make a difference. So, alright. I'm going to take a pin and I'm going to put it into the tie and attach it so that it has more of a... Oh wait, I want it closer because I do want to put maybe about right there. Okay. You can see her. I got to be careful with this eyelash. Now, there's an area here that you could see the wig. So I thought I would put like a bee or a flower. We'll see. I will probably have to fix this better off the live because I'm gonna have to have somebody hold her for me because this is not easy. Okay, let's see. Let me put this for now to keep this hair out of her eyeballs. All right, work with it better. Okay, let's see. So I think that could go there. Yikes, I don't really want to. I'm going to put a slight, just a dab of hot glue. I don't really want to put a lot because I have to redo this hair. But I could get away with just a little tiny dab of glue. And then I thought maybe putting a little bee up here just to hide. You see where the wig is right there? It really shows up. So I'm not gonna glue this either because I have to. Comes with a little wire. Get these at Hobby Lobby, and we'll just like put it here just to hide that area for now. Her lash wants to drop. I think it's a really cute summer head. Okay, so let's see. Daisy May, Daisy May, Daisy May, Daisy May. I think, what do you guys think? Daisy May. I think that's pretty. What do you got? Do you guys all, I see 3 people in a row saying Daisy May. Sharon, Virginia, and Evelyn. That's a pretty name. Okay, just, this is hot yet. Just for this little final touch. But again, I'm not going to put a lot of glue, just a little dab on that bobby pin because I do have to take this off. Have my daughter hold it so I can put it on her properly. But just a little dab. So you get the, look, 1 second. She's got a lot going on, but again, I need the bee there because that part of the wig shows up. There she is. Okay. I see a lot of people like the Daisy May. So there she is, Daisy May. Thank you. Thank you so much for picking a name for her. I love it. I think Daisy May is perfect. I'm just going to show you how I take the, for any of you interested, how I take the pencil off. And then I'll have to end the live here in a bit because I got to lay her on her back. Well, I'll take a picture and post it, but I got to lay her on her back because her eyelash is wanting to go down, which, you know, which happens. Gravity pulls it because it doesn't dry that fast. So I take a damp paper towel and I just wipe inward. You want to wipe inward just in case your paint isn't all the way dry. And that pencil comes right off. Just poof. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I am super happy with her. She's beautiful. I love making scary heads, creepy heads, gory heads, but I also love making these kinds of heads. It's fun. It's really fun. I like it. So here she is. She will be available $45 plus priority shipping, which can average anywhere between $8 and $12 for shipping. Just depends on where you live. If interested, message me. If not, you guys or somebody watching the replay, She'll be in my shop if she's still available. Now, hold on, maybe. Okay, no bow, no flower there, or leave a flower. I'm thinking that is too much. I think no flower, huh? This just gives it too much going on. I think I'll leave it off. Never mind. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, everybody. Okay, there she is. I gotta lay her, get a picture of her poster, and then I'm gonna lay her down because that eyelash just wants to keep falling. And then when everything's all dry, I'll fix her hair. But first, I gotta spray her. She does have to be sprayed. I always spray when, especially when I'm using eyeshadow, because I have terrible luck using any kind of liquid sealant because it just smears my eyeshadow. So I'll spray her and get her all prettied up. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Good night.